Prime Minister, Your Excellency, Mr. Sitiveni Rambuka, friends of the media, ladies and gentlemen, Nisa Bulavinaka, good afternoon to you all. Prime Minister, let me say what a pleasure it is to visit your beautiful country. This is my first visit, and I assure you what little I've seen will certainly bring me back again. It's also a particular pleasure to be with all of you because India and Fiji, we share such close and friendly ties rooted in our historical linkages with such strong cultural similarities. So I really thank you today for receiving me and my delegation at SUBA. Yesterday, Prime Minister, you were also very generous with your time in hosting us at the evening function of the World Hindi Conference. That conference was inaugurated by His Excellency Ratu William Katonivere, President of Fiji. I would like to take this occasion to really publicly and sincerely thank the government of Fiji for partnering with us on this very important cultural and I would say heritage exercise we do regularly. And I can really share with you the feeling of all the delegates that the arrangements which were made were truly exceptional. In my visit to Suva today, the Prime Minister has been good enough to spend time with me and my delegation. We have interacted with him and his cabinet colleagues. I will, time permitting, briefly visit the Gidmit Gallery in the Fiji Museum. Yesterday, I also had an opportunity to visit the Sri Siva Subramanyam Swami Temple at Nandi. I look forward to meeting members of the diaspora in Fiji later at the High Commission. In terms of our discussion with the Prime Minister and his senior colleagues today, we reviewed our bilateral ties. We discussed very openly the possibility of adding to its substance, of improving its quality, and there were some specific domains which the Prime Minister in his remarks referred to. This morning, I also had the honor of calling on His Excellency the President of the State House. We launched the solarization of the Pacific Heads of State Residences project, which is supported by the Government of India, and the State House in Suva was the first location where we've actually seen this fructified. This project reflects India's strong commitment to climate action, to climate justice. It is also underlining our shared priorities with Pacific Islands on this very important challenge of climate change. We also just signed and exchanged the visa waiver agreement. It will certainly be helpful in encouraging greater travel between our two countries. I would also say the experience of the World Hindi Convention would also surely enthuse all the delegates and their friends and relatives, of which I'm sure there are many, to come to Fiji as well. So, friends, India and Fiji have close and long-standing ties, and I think a large part of that is really built on our people-to-people linkages. We have been privileged to partner Fiji in its nation-building efforts across various sectors, in working with it in capacity building, in areas like health, education, agriculture. We've done projects in the sugarcane industry. We have worked together in renewable energy. I think today one part of our discussion looked at areas like IT, support for medium and small enterprises. So there is really a very, very substantive bilateral agenda before us. In a region that is prone to natural disasters, India has also stood with Fiji in difficult times. We've been a first responder on certain occasions. And during COVID, in line with our what we call our Vaccine Maitri initiative, Vaccine Friendship Initiative. Fiji was recipient of 100,000 doses of vaccine in March 2021, and we are truly pleased at the recovery that we see in Fiji, and it's something that we regard as something which is very good for the global economy. Again, reflecting our unique demand-driven development partnership approach, we are very pleased to work on high-impact community projects in Fiji. I think some of these have contributed to transforming the quality of life of communities here. We certainly look forward to doing more of that in the coming days. Today, we discussed regional and global issues of shared interest. We agreed to work more closely towards strengthening our multilateral cooperation, working strongly in international organizations. We particularly focused on the Pacific region because, again, India sees Fiji as a very important partner in the Indo-Pacific. We hope to co-host the third summit of the Forum of India-Pacific Islands Cooperation, FIPIC, in the coming months, and we would certainly value Fiji's presence and leadership on that occasion. So let me conclude by emphasizing that we are very confident of our long-standing relations between our two countries. I am very assured after discussions with the Prime Minister that this relationship will scale greater heights, that it would deliver to the mutual benefit of our peoples, and that our expectations of this relationship would be fully realized. Thank you very much. Vinaka Vakalevu.